Coach surprising on the rebounding, or just something y'all been working on that's trying to click?
Not surprising, because I got a lot of belief and faith in our guys. I see it on a day-to-day basis in the practice in the film room. So I thought above all today, and we'll see if I feel the same when I watch the film, but I'm pretty confident on this. We fought. We fought. So first half against Memphis, didn't play our best, but it's a 2-point game. And then we got out fought in the second half. Today, same type thing, but typical of a first conference game. A lot of nerves. Both teams really want to win. Both teams have had good non-conferences. But I thought in the second half we fought. And the stats are what they are, but we fought. We competed. Thought we had a little adversity too. Some things we can normally do well. And, you're not going to get every call. These are the best officials in college basketball, period. I mean, that's not coaching speak. But we had some things not go our way today, and we just kept fighting. I thought we had a poise about us. It was a kind of a real street fight. I thought we were the tougher team in the second half. No disrespect to Georgia, but I think we were the tougher team in the last 20 minutes of the game.
You talked about Matt being day-to-day just leading up to that Memphis game, and then this one was as healthy as he's been since he's been dealing with all that? Or?
I don't want to speak for Matt, but I don't want to speak for Matt. He's putting a lot of time in the training room, taking care of his body. He's full speed right now in terms of minutes and all that. But I'm sure he'd like to be even more healthier, as would everybody.
You don't feel like you guys did with Ace Newell. Obviously, he's a very talented guy. He's going to get his, but it looked like you guys really made him work for it.
Yeah, I would agree on that. A couple of the plays are just plays that Ace is going to make. That's why he's got the future he has. So, great kid, great family. Recruited him in the past, and I thought we were focused on him. We made a couple mistakes. We lunged a couple times, but some of those plays are just plays he's going to make. I mean, if you put him out there and give him minutes, he's going to get some rebounds. But special young player, one of the best young players in college basketball. Probably won't be in Athens long.
You mentioned being the tougher team in the second half today. Last week, some of your veterans didn't give you their best performance, but tonight, with guys like Matt and Jamin giving you that, how did it feel as a coach to see your veterans give you what they did today?
It felt good because that's the game plan. Just to have some discipline, do what we say we're going to do. If we're going to come out here and have a good week of practice, then on game day we're not going to do it, then why practice? So I thought tonight we did what we said we were going to do. Was it perfect? No. But the second half was pretty clean basketball. I mean, you beat them by 14 in the second half. You scored 37. We were holding the ball late, so we could have got to a 40, 42-point half. Lots of good things in that second half. And at the top of the list, I just thought we competed and we fought. We didn't have any special performances tonight. I complimented Break and Matt, but that's not their A-plus game. We just played really hard as a team, and we played some great defense tonight. No denying that.
I think this was JuJu's first time coming off the bench this year. What spurred that move?
Yeah, it was a team decision. I'll leave it at that. Just a team decision for JuJu tonight.
Coach, you had a big run that, you guys got the lead at the start of the second half and didn't give it up. What was the message to the guys in the locker room, and also what do you guys like coming out at halftime the run that essentially defined the game?
Yeah, as a coach at halftime, you got the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, and this is the decision you make. You go in there and kick the water cooler. Sometimes you need to do that, or do you go in there and calm them down? I think with this veteran group, I just make all my decisions based on winning and not worried about feelings or this or that. And so, yeah, we were pretty direct on what we needed to do better, and then we quickly got on to the plan. We got 15 minutes here. About 12 minutes by the time we get back there. We got some coaches. It takes a little while to get back to the locker room at halftime. So, just reset, and then let's get back to the plan. So, our offense was not helping our defense in the first half. In the second half, we made a cognitive effort to move the ball, get more people involved, and our turnovers went down. Only 5 turnovers in the second half, and I thought a couple of those were adversity. I think basketball turnovers with our players turning the ball over is probably only 3 turnover second half. So halftime we reset, and then we got back to the game plan that we needed to do and give the guys the credit. It sounds simple. You'd think you can just go in there, talk about what you got to do, and then go do it. But It just doesn't always happen in coaching. You know, you go out there and AD's looking at you like, what's going on? You know, like, boss, I understand. You know, we got a rebound. We talked about that. But today, the guys did what we set up for them to do. They deserve all the credit.
Defense was kind of the focal point of this game. Dre Davis finished with 5 blocks and 2 steals. What do you make of his defensive battle?
Yeah, I thought Dre was dialed in. Even the last play of the game, those things mean something to me. You know, just as a competitor, you don't give anybody just a layup, and even him blocking that very last shot of the game. You got to be smart. We don't want to foul, but that play meant a lot to me because he competed from the start to the finish. Did he play perfect? No, nor did I coach perfect today. But I thought he was competitive. You know, Dre's not an easy guy to read because he's a confident kind of killer. He's not going to be, you know, Klafke out there with emotion. I wish he had more. So sometimes you can kind of misread him. Trust me, he's competitive. He wants to win. He cares about his craft. He's got a poise about him that I think will be big for our team as this SEC rock fight continues. But I thought Dre was competitive tonight. Played the game the right way for the most part.
The SEC rock fight's a really small sample size so far, but it looks like home court really matters in league play. How critical is it for you guys to, you know, defend home court when you have it?
Yeah, I've never been I understand that, but I've never, as a competitor, you get ready to play the game. It's 40 minutes, 3 officials. You know, let's go win the game. So I've never been the guy, you know, like, win your home games, split on the road. Well, which one are we planning on not winning on the road? You know, like, so I've always just kind of take a game-by-game approach. But I understand the question and the philosophy. So, you know, one responsibility I've always felt with home games is the people that are spending their time and money to come to the game. You know, and that matters, you know. And so, yeah, you want to put on a good performance for the people that are with you, the people that are pulling for you. You know, you certainly always want to play well at home because, again, those people are spending their time and money to come to the games. So that's always kind of been important to me. You know, in the junior college days, we'd work really hard and beg people to come to the game. And when we got them there, you know, the only way to get them back is to win. And I've never really lost that philosophy. You know, you work hard to get a crowd. A lot of work goes into that, from administration to coaching staff to our players to the marketing team to social media. Everybody just spreading the word. So you have a crowd like today. And again, think about it. Like the backbone of our crowd at Ole Miss, not different than most other schools, is our student body. I mean, that's the deal, right? And so tonight, to not have our students here, to have that kind of crowd and that kind of home court advantage, I thought was a really good step as we build the program here year 2.
You were more animated today than normally. What spurred that?
I think, you know, as a coach, I always try to do what's the best to help our players. Certainly we've coached some teams where you got to joystick it and coach every play. I've been there and done that. I've also coached some really good veteran teams where you can sit there and enjoy the product. You know, my job's in practice and game day just to do everything I can to help the team. So I thought there was some times tonight just wanted to help the players. So I did coach a little bit different tonight. Not anything calculated, just trying to help the guys. And, you know, Georgia's got the little full court nagging pressure coming up the floor, and just to settle the guys down a little bit, when to be aggressive and when to try to run some offense. And, you know, in that first 4 minutes of the second half, I think we beat them 11-2, but our average pass per possession was like 6 passes. And these guys don't really understand that. You pass it more, you score more. You know, and the players sometimes think, man, we got to shoot it quick to score. It doesn't work like that. You move the ball more and you get better shots and you score more. And so, yeah, I thought our staff did a good job tonight too. This was Al's scouting report, as everybody on our staff works on every game. But, you know, Al had the team ready to play tonight from a preparation standpoint as well.
Jamin made some big shots down the stretch, but outside of that, he was hyping up his teammates even though down in the first half, you know, he was still the high-energy guy. How important is it for you as a coach to have someone like Jamin? What is his impact on the team?
Yeah, it's not just important, it's a necessity. There's no other way to win. You know, college basketball is a player's game. And I thought Break was in the right mindset, you know, and each player, you got to find your fuel. You know, it comes in different ways. You got to find your chip. You know, maybe it's somebody popping off in a press conference, or maybe it's these guys beat us last year in a really meaningful game when we were still alive in the NCAA tournament hunt. You know, I don't know. I don't want to speak for Break, but it was obvious to me that his approach this week in practice was pretty professional. I can't predict everything, but I would have told you that Brake was going to play well today. I think winning's a choice, and Brake chose to play well today with his preparation this week.
Klofke as well, high energy guy. I know didn't do a lot in this game, but he's been progressing this season. Can you talk about his progression this year?
Yeah, big part of what we're doing. He's in the rotation on a top 25 team as a freshman. Each game's going to be a little bit different. Got some, we're a little bit bigger today with Barnes out there a little more and Matt back. But, no, it wasn't anything that Klofke didn't do. I have a lot of confidence in Klofke. I think he's going to be a special player this season. He's going to help us this season, and then certainly his future if he runs his own race. Y'all don't need me to tell you how good he's going to be one day. But, no, I got a lot of confidence in the young fella.
Sometimes I know it's as simple as three-pointers weren't dropping, but Georgia 2 for 18 from 3. What were you guys doing defensively to impact that?
Yeah, a lot of fortune in a game of basketball. It's a game about making shots. So the first, you always recognize that. I'm sure from their point of view, they had the right guy taking the right shot. The best shooters in this game make half their shots. But I think you got to recognize our defense as well. We limited a couple of their best shooters. That opened up some shots for some other guys that we were okay as long as they were contested. Our rotations were really good in the second half and a little bit off in the first half. Our post defense was better tonight. We didn't give up as many inside-out threes. Our transition defense was better tonight. So I think from Georgia's standpoint, I'm sure they can say, we missed some good shots. Well, we did too. But I do think our defense contributed to them shooting 29% from the game, scoring 51 points, 10 blocks, 10 steals. We made them turn it over 15 times. It's pretty good defense.
Any more questions for Coach?
Thank you.